right now with Bitcoin, and yes, we're in a rising channel until we're not, like I keep saying. That's why I didn't do this next part to show everybody. But once this rising channel breaks, you guys are all going to have to acknowledge what I've been saying, and there's no coming out of this once it happens, and nobody can say anything. I've been patient to show you this part of the pattern. That descending triangle brings you to a technical target of about 19,650, ladies and gentlemen. And this is the next part of the pattern we're forming right now with that M. The immediate drop out of the M will get you down to about 25,000. Maybe a bounce up in here. Or you come to the side right here about 28, 29,000, and then you swing around here. So yeah, anywhere between 27 and 30,000 could be a legitimate bounce spot. But according to the target on the descending triangle, oh no, it's off, sorry. This is off just a little bit, so that's going to ruin our statistics. Shit. Because we're going to use the least aggressive route that we can take to get here. Alright, so let me get rid of this because we already know those technical targets. So the next spot should be, so from here, somewhere in here. So 28,000, yeah, about 29,000, 28,880. If you're asking me, the next true bounce spot, if we break through this long-standing uptrending support that's gone on since 2020, our next bounce point should be about 29,101, 28,800 area. So, somewhere around here, because then you would have a fall through, and then you'd bounce, and then you could have a back test, and then come further down, because you usually have a back test. So yeah, I think that would be a great spot, but you know what? I don't like it at 30,001 whatever. Because it was really 29,800. Wait a minute. What is this right here? Because we got to make sure it's in the right spot. So if we fall down. Okay, I can live with 29, but I can't live with way up there. Somewhere around there, guys. 28,908 should be the. This should be the ideal spot if you're playing the market to buy it here. What the hell is that? So to buy it here, a rally back up, and then to continue down the descending triangle is likely what would happen. But this would be your first bounce point where I would say, okay, let's take a chance. And then if it falls through, you just come down. It's that simple to me, guys. What the hell was that? Candlestick Wicknick. Subscribe for 1 month at tier 1. Holy crap. Dude, I appreciate that so much. You have no idea. You're number 22 in the TFAM. And guys, I'm creating a TFAM badge. So, on one of these, when you come in, next to your name, when you want to share stuff, you're going to be able to share a TFAM badge. It's me being abducted by aliens, by the way. So, it's going to be really cool. I can't believe all the support you guys are showing me on YouTube. Like, it's crazy. I mean, on Twitch. It's absolutely unbelievable. Unbelievable. You sure did, brother, and I unbelievable. I appreciate that so much. And I love seeing more of the all-seeing eyes. That's how I know that you guys are subscribed to the TFAM. Mother's Day or not, guys, I'm here for you. I told you. I'm going to try to be here 7 days a week on Twitch for at least an hour live stream a day, and it doesn't affect my updates. I've already done, even on Mother's Day, what? I don't know, 2 or 3 updates on YouTube already. But spectacular ones at that. So anyhow, we have a weekly engulfing candle to the downside. And now you see how in Bitcoin, and we have to focus on Bitcoin right now, because this is a weekly engulfing candle. Another one, a third one in a row where we have a weekly bearish engulfing candle. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 in a row. This would be an impressive losing streak. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5th week in a row that we look like we're going to have a losing streak. And now like this, see how we started this part, guys? 2 in the weekly, like I told you we would if this was a bearish engulfing. I said, if that turns into a bearish engulfing, to start the week, we would start a week at a weekly cross. That's a weekly bearish divergence. The biggest, aside from the monthly, that you will ever see. That means we have to come down there just to tap there to see if it can hold on the 200 day. That drop alone proves what we're saying around that 29,000 mark. Guys, this is bad. This is historically bad. We could have a I've been calling for historical liquidation for months. See how I told you what would happen with that W, that it would fake everybody out, hit the top of the resistance, and then just come down and end everybody's dream? What did I say? A shake them out, to fake them out, to break them all. A shake them out, to fake them out, to break them all. Shake them out down, fake them out up, and then pull the rug to break them all. Shorts out, longs out, everybody's out. Typical trader doesn't know what the hell happened east, west, north, or south. So they're buying and selling, buying and selling, buying and selling. The seasoned veteran who can understand technical analysis and draw a pattern out like I can, I know the fucking pattern. Look how easy I can draw these out. I see it. I feel it. I breathe it. I live it. You smell that? That's good TA. I'll be right back. I gotta check on my son. Easy bud. He's being really good with Daddy today. Okay? You take one at a time, okay? Or you want these ones? I was trying to figure out where to put the water, man. Alright guys, sorry about that. I just had to go check on my son. You guys are absolutely spectacular. When I have to go check on him, how you guys just hang out. I do appreciate it, because it's not easy. So, let's see. Told you on YouTube, man, I want to do TAs as good as you. I'm always close, but just off to miss my personal target. Hey, Candlestick, that's why I'm here, brother. That's why I'm here. Because then you can match mine up with yours. And, you know, but yeah, Super Fat Monk. The great thing about YouTube or Twitch, they give you that fucking notification. If you turn on the notifications on Twitch, it will alert you. It's better than YouTube when it comes to that, I can assure you. And we're growing a pretty quick audience here. Like, you guys see how quickly we're growing here, and it's been spectacular. Spectacular. So, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but remember how in the shorter time frames we kept seeing this M? First it started in the 30, then the hour, then the 2 hour, then the 4 hour, then the daily, now the weekly. And I told you guys, if this turned into a weekly M, it's bad fucking news. Isn't it frustrating when you're so close and just miss? It is. It is, even for me, guys. I know I might not be off by dollars or whatever, but, like, I'm trying to find spots, and you know me. If I say it's going to 56 and it goes to 57, I'm like, son of a fucking bitch. You know, like, that's what I'm trying to do, is to get it within the fraction of a penny. And you guys see how good I am. Like, my charts are on fucking point, and that's why I'm over 10,200 subscribers on YouTube, even with the little help that I get from YouTube and the algorithm in the last year. And even with all the other stations that put out the FUD, people can see the truth, guys. If you ask anybody else on YouTube to draw something like I do on the spot, You guys see what happens. I pull stuff out. You guys ask me to do it. I can pull... Ask me something, guys. Ask me a random one that I don't have on my list. Anything for the newcomers. And all these, most of these on the bottom are you guys asking me to add them. Ask me to add something that you guys know is not on my list that you know I never cover. Just give me some random shit coin. Give me a shit coin. Just one shit coin and then we'll continue what we're doing. Because I want to show everybody just how genuine this is. Give me a shit coin and we're not going any farther until you do. In fact, we're going to take a 2-minute timeout because I got to pay the bills. We had one subscriber. We had one paid subscriber, which is awesome. But now, we're going to pay the bills. And if we have multiple ones, I'll see if we have more than one. So guys, I'm going to take a 120-second break because I got to roll a joint for when we do this. Ooh. Jurgen Ruben RSR. Alright, I got some. Oh, RSR. Wait a minute, what did he say he was watching? I'm watching Run/USD. So that's Rune, I'm assuming, right? I know it's Run, but isn't it Rune? It's gotta be. And then... Ooh! Pizza Breath, what's going on, homie? Okay, and CSC, I think I seen someone say. And that's the last one. If you guys want more, send the fucking bits. Like, I am one man, but I am good at what I fucking do. And there's no doubt about that. I take pride in it. So CSC. What is this CSC? No, yeah, no, I like Ethereum Classic. It's fine. Alright, so that's what we got going on here. This is what we have going on here. Ooh, Casino Coin. That might be easier to do it. Casino Coin. Thank you for that. They might not have it. Yeah, we'll just go with CRO because I know I've seen that again. You've asked that many times in the past, so I'm going to do it today. There we go. Those are the ones we're doing. Rune, Ethereum Classic, the Russian Ruble, and the crypto. I'm assuming is that the crypto.com coin, or I don't know what the fuck Crow is. There we go. So I'm going to roll this joint, and then we're going to get at it hot and heavy. If you guys appreciate what I do, send a bit. Or join the TFAM. We got 22 members now. We have joined that. I thought it was $4.99. I guess it's $5.99. Or, if you're part of Amazon Prime, use your Amazon Prime to join the TFAM. It's free for you if you have Prime. I mean, I don't think there's a person who deserves it more than me. And that's not me being condescending. I do a lot of fucking work. Like, I literally come on here more than anybody. You could probably put the top 10 stations combined, and I do more videos than them in a year. Combined. But they're never, you know what you never see out of the major channels, on YouTube especially? You never see them when the shit's going down. They'll be the first people on when the stuff's going up and we're mooning, but when we're going down, you never see them. So, what we're looking at as well, we got XRP we looked at, but before we go into all the other ones, XLM. We deserve XLM. We're in a descending triangle. And if this M pulls down, again, like I showed you the unbelievable misfortune that's going to happen, the next point's 10.9 for XLM if we break out of this descending triangle. I'm just telling you guys straight up. I've had that support there for a long time and it gets worse. But we're going to go buy level. And when you understand the chart, you can do this. And if you don't understand the chart, you watch me. I'm trustworthy. You can go back. A lot of people in the beginning had a hard time believing me because I was new on YouTube. It's been 14 months now. There's not a single thing anybody can point to that says, oh my god, he fucked me here or there, he's dishonest or whatever. The only slack I ever received are when people say it went down to your targets, but I didn't buy it. Like they didn't buy it and they blame me. Well, toodly fucking do. I'm sorry I couldn't pull the trigger for you. Would you like me to piss for you as well? So, I think it's, where are we going? We got that joint rolled while we're doing this. Multitasking like a motherfucker. Alright. So, here we go. So, that's XLM. And now I want to go over here so you guys can see. So, we'll start with the Russian Ruble. So, it looks like, ooh, interesting. But, as we've seen a lot of these, now the Russian Ruble is interesting. That looks like a W reversal. And basically all you're going to do here, and I'll show you why you would do this. You've got a lower high, lower high, lower high formation. And I'm not using the middle one as the second point of contact. I'm actually using the wick on the third spot. And then this is going to have to come down here because this is actually playing out as a bull flag. And it's a symmetrical triangle within the bull flag. And then you're like, well, that's a pretty wide picture. Well, why thank you. Yes, it is. But that's the technical target. So, if you look at this, resistance 1, support 1, resistance 2, support 2 confirms the pattern. Resistance 3. Now, are we going to bounce off the 100-day or are we going to continue down? This is a weekly engulfing candle, so the odds are we're going to come back down here and confirm it a third time down here. And right now we're bouncing, right? Right now the odds are we're going to come back down here to $3.25 for room. But if we want to look at it and say, okay, well, how do we know if we're bullish from right here? Well, that's easy. We have to keep the short-term uptrend. And these, you want to go on the the first body. And then you can hit the wicks or whatever. But look how that is. This is right at the uptrend. If it doesn't hold this, it's a problem. You can come down here and say we're going to use the wick and be less aggressive. And that's absolutely, you can do that. So that's what we're doing. So if it breaks that uptrend right here at $5.17, approximately $5, it's coming down to $3.13. For Ethereum Classic, we have a descending triangle. We're going to use our first point of contact on the top, second point right there on the wick. Right here. Second point, first point on this wick. Second point. So you need 2 points of contact to confirm a pattern. And then we got 1.2 points right here. So now to figure out how far the pattern goes, you go all the way until these lines meet. But this could be a falling channel, technically. But if you look at this, I mean, we got a problem here. We got a problem here with Ethereum Classic. So with Ethereum Classic, we have resistance 1, support 1. Support 2, resistance 2, confirm the pattern. Right now we're bouncing around. We started a weekly bearish divergence in the weekly time frame on Ethereum Classic. So that's what started here. It absolutely, yes. All of these candlestick, all of these are on a bull flag. No, these are bull flags. Absolutely. Absolutely. How do you think I got my pattern targets for the breakdown? Absolutely, this is a bull flag. 100%. But what on a breakdown, A bull flag doesn't have to break up only 80% of the time. That's why I was ahead of the market and people can't believe it. I called these breakdowns even though a bull flag technically is supposed to break up. So now if this were to break down right around here, you're talking Ethereum Classic would have a historical dump. Historical dump. If it bounced from down there, you'd come back into the accumulation zone. So I mean, Ethereum's looking bad, but now let's say this broke up like it's supposed to and it rode the descending triangle. Let's just say it did it from here. I mean, that's a pretty big move. Up to $363. So like I said, do you think it's more likely we're going to break up to 363? Or we're going to have a historic dump like I keep calling for. And we're going to get back into the accumulation zone around like $2.80 from a breakdown right there in the formation. I'd say the latter of the two. The Russian ruble. And a very big... Ooh. Man, this is ugly. This is ugly. This is a broadening wedge. This is a broadening wedge, in my opinion. Look how volatile it's getting as it opens. So, these are interesting. These are hard to trade, too. Resistance, support. Resistance, 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 resistance. Down to support. Support. Doesn't quite hit down to support. Now we're going to come back up to resistance and keep doing it. This is a broadening wedge. And see how much faster the down dumps are? It's a broadening wedge. Down, back to the top, resisted upon. Back to the bottom, resisted upon. Resisted. So these are broadening wedges. Eventually, if this holds right here, it's going to have a significant bounce up to here. So pay attention to that. A broadening wedge are very volatile, and if this breaks down out of this, it would be a huge breakdown. But in my opinion, this broadening wedge, it's got a history. Right? So it started all the way back. Look at this. This started all the way back in 2008 in May. Hit the first support in January of 09. Resistance in 2011. 12, 13, 14, 14. Down here in 14 as well. That's how quick of a drop it was. Again, we hit support in January of 16. Hit support again in January of 2022. Look how long this pattern is. That's more than enough to suffice, to make the pattern suffice. So that's the Ruble and then the Crypto.com horn. Well, I look like hell. This one's getting ugly. This one in particular is getting ugly. No problem, Jurgen. Anything for you, homie. Well, I don't even have my second point of contact like that, so what we're going to do is we're going to show you how ugly this is getting. But you see how ugly this is? That second point of contact. Now on the weekly, because we have another engulfing candle, if that breaks through there, you're talking, we're at the bottom, guys. We're at a double bottom here. If this breaks down past it, we're going into discovery on the bottom side, and there's going to be a problem. That could be a problem. This could go below a fucking penny if it does that. Look at that bear panic, guys. Look at this bear flag that hasn't even started forming yet. Even just from here in the weekly. I hate to break it to you, but if this bear flag plays out, this comes down to 14.7. And you're talking about a drop. Nothing major, just about 40% or more. So guys, what do you think about that breakdown? Woo! I'm going to go take a break real quick. I'm going to go check on my son. Maybe somebody will send a donation for all that. That took a lot of work, but I just wanted to prove to you guys that I can, for the new guys and gals, maybe somebody will follow. Who the fuck knows, but not the average person on YouTube or Twitch can do that. I promise you that. Looks like we're going to have to pay some bills. See you guys in 3 minutes. Okay, guys, I'm sorry about that. I had to go deal with my son. I really apologize. Alright, so let's see. And what you said. Scalping, I assume 1 minute must be bit trading or something. TradingView does not have all the chart history for all the cryptos. Coinbase usually has a lot. Yeah, I mean, some of them are not on there yet, but it takes a minute to get on there, that's all. But, like, the charts are more fluent on TradingView. That is a fact. And the other thing is I can't get caught in the semantics of a certain coin, one or the other. So, how many minutes have we been on? 42 minutes. Okay. I still want to be on for about 18 more minutes. My son's just being a little more needy at this point. But so now let's go through this side of it, the Ethereum side. So we got Ethereum. We know we're in a descending triangle. We came up and hit the resistance perfectly in the weekly. The problem is now we have another weekly engulfing candle, and I'm going into the weekly time frame to look at it more from a macro instead of a micro, so a further out perspective, because this is gonna be bad. It looks like we're about to start a bearish bearish cross here in the weekly on the moving averages. If we look at the stochastic and RSI, we got plenty of room to drop down. We're not even in oversold yet. We have plenty of room. We crossed through the trend lines, which is bearish. Those are bearish crosses, and the trend line on the RSI just happened on the weekly. So that's what we're looking at, guys. And on Ethereum, all you have to do is look on the weekly. If you see it break past 24.85, so we've only got about literally $42 of room. If we fall another $42, we break that, and we're going to continue down, and that would initiate a bearish cross with the. And that would end up bringing us down here. I'm telling you, this could be a cut in half event or more. It's going to be a 50 to 75% cut here if this weekly engulfing candle continues to the downside. We'll get to XRP in a minute. I've already covered XRP once or twice. But I'll get to it as well. Make sure you're following me on YouTube for XRP because I do 4 or 5 updates a day on XRP. There's a link on the Twitch homepage. On my Twitch homepage, just click that YouTube link if you're not part of it. Join the other 10,200 plus. I can't go into BNB right now. I will in another one, but I've done so many random coins today, and my head would blow up. So, I want to do Matic. Matic's important because now we've come through the descending triangle, and like I said, I don't think the smaller term, I think the longer term uptrend is going to be hit at about 75 cents. I really do. I think we're going to hit 75 cents. And I haven't been shy about it. I said I wasn't buying the bottom of the descending triangle because I thought we were going to fall through because I think something big's about to happen. Now, if it were to hold that, well, obviously, yeah, that could change my mind and I could buy that. But it's not holding it right now. XRP looks awful. Looks awful. Just like I said, that uptrending support, I didn't think this is going to hold. Right now it is. But that's a very big weekly engulfing candle, and this looks like hell. I mean, the whole body is practically through here. We barely even need any wick to pull down. This is a lot of bear pressure here. The problem is what's starting, it's not a problem, but what's going to start to happen, the weekly stochastic's at 3.24. The RSI still at 34. There's plenty of room to come down. Weekly stochastic can bounce up and down, and it could do on a pullback or whatever. But for XRP, the highest that I would expect this to even come back is 62 cents if we got lucky. But when you look at the area it's in, is it going to get past there? I mean, can we hold this as support and maybe make a run back up to 62? It's not impossible. If I had to guess, that volume is so weak. I would guess we'll probably come up to here. You know, we're going to have to make some kind of move. Probably up to there. We've been holding this. But that's a bearish continuation pattern again. Again. And if you look at this in the 45, we can do something like this. You know, that's the uptrend that you're trying to break. It's that simple. And then you can come down here to the low. Hit a wick on the way back up, and this is how you're trying to break this, guys. It's simple stuff like this. And yes, there's a lot of different ways you can draw this out, but that's all that's important in this pattern. You either keep this ascending triangle, break it to the top, hold this support, and then bounce up to, even if it's 58 cents, but at least bounce up. Or you break this down, this support will fail, and then you're coming down to 52 cents right here. Which is where we're going to end up one way or the other. It's just that's the way it goes. I don't really care what anybody else says. I know what's going to happen, and I've been calling for this for a long time. The target's been going exactly like I said, and you know, sometimes you just got to say the hell with it. I know what I'm talking about. XRP for cheap. You're going to get more XRP for cheap. I promise. Promise you, homie. We've got the total crypto market cap at 1.56 trillion. And we're below, guys, like I said. And I feel like a broken record. Like I said. But when we broke this uptrend, I said we're going to come down here, and this isn't going to hold on the broken descending triangle, and we're going to fall back in here. The moment we use this as resistance, we have a date with Destiny down to about 1.31, 1.32 trillion. I mean, it's a disaster if this happens. It's a disaster. I telegraphed this. Now, if it does this, look out. If it does this, rides it up, look the fuck out. Look out. This is, guys, this is getting into some serious shit zones here. I mean, when I say serious, when I said historical collapse, I mean, the total crypto market cap when I said this, and this isn't an exaggeration, I called for this last year when we were way at the top. The first time I called and said we got an issue was right here, and then we collapsed. But we hit this resistance as support after a breakout. Then we pop back up, and I said, guys, we're going to have historical liquidation. I've been saying it since fucking somewhere around here. No, probably somewhere around here, actually. When we were on the way up, I said, when this bull trap's over, and it just, all it did was went from support to resistance every time about a new bull run. And then we had a rising channel that formed, and I was one step ahead of it all. I let you guys see exactly what was happening. And then we broke out, and I said, here's where it ends. It didn't even come up the back test. I said, right here's fuck. And then we came down, and now it's just been one big downtrend. Huge downtrend. And in order to break the downtrend on the total crypto market cap, you've had 3 straight points here where it couldn't break. So, until it breaks that falling resistance line, it's in a lot of fucking trouble. So, guys, we're coming to the end here. We got about 10 minutes. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Candlesticks. Backs about 10K for this. Candlestick XTC to 4 cents. No, I always look at XTC. If it's one that I like, if you ask me about it, it intrigues me. But yeah, XTC, much lower than 4 cents, my brother. When not much lower, but when it comes to the bottom after it breaks down, yeah, 4.3 is my target when it breaks this ascending triangle. This is on a bull flag right now, though. So if it doesn't break this is how the descending triangle goes. It'll meet the uptrend on this bull flag. And then I assume even if it comes up here, it'll break down after. Come here first and here ultimately. And I say that because when you look at the pattern, we are technically in a symmetrical triangle. And I can prove it. Resistance 1. Support 1. Resistance 1. Resistance. Resistance. We did 4 times in a row here, right? On the downward resistance. Then we have support 2 down here, right? Support 2. Resistance. So all this is verified. Hey, HJ, then you just saved everybody. This would have been the first. And it's been 51 minutes. This would have been the first without any bits sent in over a month. And that would have been sad because we have quite the streak of support in here. We did get a new subscriber today with candlesticks, so that, that means a lot. HJ than you with the 300 bits. Look at you. Look at you coming in clutch, homie. I really appreciate that. I love that the streak continued. That makes me happy. I like having streaks, I like having the streaks. So, does that make sense for XDC? Lon, have a good night, homie. Sleep well, my brother. Hey, Lon sends 100 bits just for the hell of it and says, you know what? You deserve it. But sleep well, homie. Sleep well. It's 9:03 p.m. Let me go make sure my son's doing okay, and I'm going to continue this for a few more minutes. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm just getting my son his formula. I'll be right back. Gummy! I seen that all the way from the sink. Subscribing through Prime, I believe that said. Wow, Gummy. Subscribe with Prime. What a guy. Starting a hype train. If you got bits, send them through. I'm just kidding, but the hype train's cool. This is the second one in a row with the hype train. Look at you guys. Look at the love shown. I'll be right back. Okay, everybody who's still here, I really appreciate that. I'm so sorry. But obviously you guys, whoa, red wire with 100 bits. Look at this. Look at you guys. Guys, I can't thank you guys enough. Super Fat Monk, I really appreciate that. No problem, Candlestick. Nick, that's why I do what I do. No, Nick, you've asked just enough. You've asked just enough. So, let's end it like this, guys. We got 5 minutes. For everybody who's out here, if I have any of my female audience members here, happy Mother's Day. For all the guys here bowling double duty, or with the mothers out there, happy Mother's Day to your mothers. And remember, you know, enjoy this day, embrace it. Comes once a year. I went to the flower show in Royal Oak. It was spectacular. This is my 7th year going. Only missed one with COVID because they closed it, which sucked. Jurgen, have a good night, brother. But yeah, I just really want to thank each and every one of you. We'll end it on just a little rapid fire here. So once I get done with the rapid fire, we'll just hit a few of them real quick, and then we'll have it out. Nick, no problem. I really appreciate you as well. I told you guys, I do this because I have knowledge, but I want to share it with everybody. And everybody who realizes that, you guys see even on this hour that I do, and now it's starting to be from 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 days a week to 7 I'm trying to do, starting now. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, exactly, Nick. Beautifully said. But I'm just trying to share the knowledge, guys, and I don't ask for anything. I love when people join Tom's Army and all that, you know, but I just, I don't ask for a lot. Kate, welcome back. Wow, it's been a while. Been a while. Unfortunately, you caught me right on the last rapid fire for the last few minutes, but here we go, guys. Theta. We're in a falling channel. We could call it a descending triangle, but, you know, I kind of like the falling channel feel. Tom, would you... No. I would not start accumulating XRP now. Personally, I would not. Only because I feel like we're going to 52 cents and then worse. So why do it now when we busted the 57 support? Gotta wait till we hit the next support. So 52 would be the proper spot. Now, if we ever hold 57 as support, then yeah. Now, obviously, you could do like a small position into XRP, but nothing major. Kate, happy Mother's Day as well. What a day to come back. So, look at these. I don't want to even go on the daily. Let's look at these weekly, because we just closed the weekly. Look at that engulfing candle on the weekly. This is horrendous for Theta. Theta's coming down. Theta's coming down to our target of $1.87. I feel pretty strongly about that. Algo has a, look at the difference. This is about hype train completed. Your community contributed a total of 1 sub gift and 500 bits. That's awesome, guys. I really appreciate that. Oh, no problem, Caitlin. So, the weekly engulfing, but you see, this is a trick right here, right now. Right now, this is nothing. Unless we break out over 78, 72 for Algo, we'll likely not have anything happen. But look, the 20 already crossed the 50, the 100. Now, where the hell is the 200? We don't even show a 200 on the weekly. How low is the daily 200? Okay, it's way up there, so maybe it's higher. Where the hell is the weekly? I guess we don't have enough history here. So, as long as we don't break her, I mean, we've already come through the 100, so it looks like we have another, we're going to have another impulse move to the downside, and I think we got to come down here to 51 cents. And it could get worse. It could be ugly. It could get ugly. I mean, that looks like an M-topping reversal, and I think when this is all said and done, we're probably going to double bottom down here at 10 cents. Call me fucking crazy. A lot of people do, excuse my French, but I think that's what's happening here. I know a lot of people are like, holy crap, he was right the whole time now. I know it took a while. But we have to be patient, and when you don't lose money, you can be patient. When you're making money and not losing it. During every one of these drops, I've never lost a dime because I'm liquidated well before it happens. Even if it's a couple days, it's well before the first drop. So, 35 cents. I mean, look at IOTA's price. Oh my god, 46 cents, guys. 47.2. That's another weekly engulfing candle that's about to eat up this candlestick. So, if that does... We have a stopping point at 35, but the actual technical target's going to be down here at about 24 cents. Can you imagine IOTA at 24 cents? It doesn't seem possible, but it is, and I know it. I mean, we could have to come pay the piper when we had this one quick liquidity dump. Could you imagine if we flipped over a few zeros? I don't think this can happen, but I sure as hell think this can happen at 5.9. I really do. I think that can happen. This, I don't know. That was just one hell of a liquidity pull down. I mean, one hell of one. Nick, I want to get 52 cent minimum. I got like 3,500. Would love 10 grand. Yeah, dude, you will probably get... You'll probably get that. You'll probably get... For 3,500... You could get 10,000. You just got to wait for it to get to 35 cents and have some kahoonies and wait with me. I'm not buying it at 52 because I know it's going farther. I'm not saying to have kahoonies. Well, you know what I mean. I'm not going to tickle your balls, but I'll grow you some balls. How about that? Under 50 cents is amazing enough, but 10 cents incredible. I know, dude. I'll go where it's going right now, it's unbelievable. Yeah, 78 cents even was a good buy. But I told everybody IOTA was coming much farther, and I'm glad you listened, Nick. Everybody in here, I'm glad you listened. My job is to make sure you guys don't lose money. That's the bottom line. I used to take it personally when people would get mad because they didn't buy in at a certain spot, and they'd blame me. And then I realized, fuck that. Sorry, excuse my friend. The heck with that. You know, for the mood, guys. You know, that's not my problem. I'm telling you when to get out so you're not getting liquidated. I'm telling you actually when to liquidate so you have 100% of your portfolio, and then it's up to you to reinsert yourself. I'm going to try to show you where to go, but like I always say, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just better than one. I could be a financial advisor, guys. I'm just not going to do the corporate BS. I'm not in the rat race. I'm not working for somebody else except myself. So, and then 88 Cardano is a great one to look at too. I mean, look at these patterns. We're in a falling channel. I think it's a broadening wedge, though. I think it's going to prove to be a broadening wedge. I do. Because you could even pull this back. I just didn't do it. And you could do it like this and have a second point. But I kept it more conservative right now. And said, okay, those are our first 2 points, right? Something like there. But then we can use this one so we can go even deeper. So, I mean, that's what we do. I'm down on XRP technically, but didn't sell because I bought soy. But that's all right. You can dollar cost average down. There's no problem with that. Yeah, I know. A lot of people are glad, I swear. I just, you know, I base it around my audience too. So if I know that I have a few ladies in the audience who have kids around them, you know, I will, especially in a live stream, I'll try to temper it. Not even try, but I can be funny with the way I talk. You know, even without swearing, I just change the words a little bit. I've been doing it my whole life because my mom would get mad. You know, so I have to be creative. So, but I mean, with ADA, that's what made... Yeah, that's what made a lot of people like me. And it's not just the swearing, it's just because I was real. And I just let it fly, because sometimes it's like, the hell with it. What are you going to do? But that's what it feels like to me. Now, is there a chance ADA can do this? Yeah, there is, because now we're at the bottom of support. But when you have a weekly engulfing, if it holds, that's one thing. But we haven't been able to hold in, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 5 weeks in a row now. So it's a huge problem. Huge problem. And then Caitlin just came in not too long ago. Let's go back to XRP for you, love. So this is either a massively beautifully formed double bottom, as we're saying, but it'll slightly be one bounce here, another bounce here, right? Slightly descending bottom, which it happens. Sometimes you get a touch, a second touch, bounce out. But if it at any time breaks that 52 cents, that's a formation that hasn't been broken, and it's quite some time, guys. And the one thing that scares me with XRP, and I'm going to show you, but that's May of 2021. But what scares me is, guys, is this not a cup and handle forming that failed? Let's be honest, didn't this fail? The cup and handle didn't break the old high at 329. Even though it was a little bit higher, but just on this chart, 329. It didn't break that. It came back around and we only got to $1.98, $1.96. Like, what the fuck? That's a failed cup and handle, guys. The handle is trying to be put in. Even if it gets put in here, it's never going to break this high. It's not going to break this high. It's probably not even going to break this high. So this is a failed cup and handle, which is very bearish. And then you go back down to the bottom of the formation. And I don't know if you guys see what I see. The bottom of this formation is all the way down at about 10, 5, 11 cents. About 11 cents. So since day one, I've been saying, let's enjoy the ride up when we made our 450%. Because when I started on YouTube, XRP was at 43, 42 cent area. And we rode it all the way up here. And I even held everybody in all the way up. Until we had to sell up here. We sold the top, ladies and gentlemen. Anywhere over $1.50, you sold the top. Even if you didn't get $1.98, I sold some up at $1.90, 80, 70, and wholesaled the rest, the last of it at $1.66. Then bam! And then I got love, hate, because XRP came back up, and I said we're volatile. I mean, look at the pattern, guys. And now look, a W seems to be forming, but we're within a ascending or symmetrical triangle. And it looks like it's going to be, like in the shorter part of the pattern, how it busted down on all these W's that look like they were forming. Wouldn't it be more likely that we're probably going to break out? It don't look very good. So, yeah, shorting's good, CW, as long as you can keep it in, the zone. But I mean, when you watch my technical analysis, I'll admit, it makes it a lot easier to do the short, I'll be honest. But what you guys should be, here's what I would be saying. Like for me, I wish that I would have learned pattern formation better quicker. I wish I would have learned to do what you guys see me do on the spot like this 5 years ago. I couldn't even do this when I could do it to an extent, but the ability that I have now, because I do this 24/7, especially with YouTube, so many updates a day and whatever, I wish I would have learned these patterns quicker, but I've learned them for a while now, and now I've perfected them to where I can just look at something and I can just see it. I don't even need to draw it out. I just do it for the audience. And even this looks a little off to me, but that's in the daily. So if you go to the weekly, it looks beautiful. Nah, maybe not beautiful. Whoops. I think I actually think I messed something up here, too, on the... I mean, I didn't mess it up crazy. It's just I like to be specific. Because if that's the first point... Okay, that's what I want to do. That's why it looked weird. So, because I'm doing 0.1, 0.2 up in here. I don't want to use that or that. I want to actually use one like this. Because then you get the real confirmations. Okay. Have you ever tried binary options trading? I have not. The only options trading I've tried, or any kind of like leverage or futures trading was on KuCoin. But, alright guys, I gotta go though. It's been an hour and 8 minutes. It's been a fucking pleasure. I'm telling you guys. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate it. If you haven't followed the channel yet, hit that follow button here on Twitch. And then click on the YouTube link. Join the more than 10,200 subscribers on my YouTube channel. And let the fun begin. Hashtag be better, do better. Hashtag FUD Assassins. And remember, help one person each and every day. Because if you don't do your part, and I don't do my part, there's really no point, honestly. And stay true to yourselves. Because without staying true to yourself, what do we really have? Nothing. Stay blessed, everybody.